Morning. I just thought I'd pop on today to talk about the empowered empath and the path of an empowered empath. As I've walked it, I'm still on it. So an empowered empath will trigger people. First and foremost, I'm aware I trigger people. You have like my energy, or you feel repelled by my energy. I what I do is my light exposes the dark in others. Dark not being anything, bad, but the dark being the sides that need healing. We've all got things that need healing in ourselves. Not one of us are perfect. So me, as my energy, my high vibration energy, triggers people, to expose their shadows. I'm fully aware of that. I don't judge others for that. If I trigger people, I'm meant to. It's a divine plan. That's how powerful my light is. That's not coming from an egotistical side. I've healed my ego. I've balanced all that out. I've done the work. That's just the knowing of the light I carry inside me as an empowered empath. That's the journey that I've took. It's all been to expose my own light. When I started on my awakening path, my spiritual awakening 7 years ago, maybe more. I lose track now. Basically, I had to go into my shadows of what I needed to heal, to expose my light, to find my light that was already inside of me, but it was just a bit dimmed down, by I don't know, my upbringing, my sense of belief in myself, my opinions on myself, my ego, things getting in the way. And I'm stating my, because I'm stating that this is my journey. We are all on individual journeys, and our journey is our journey. It's individual to us, so nobody has the right to judge others. Nobody. But an empowered empath, because she has that light, that high vibration inside her, that energy, she triggers people. I've done it all my life, from being a child to it's getting worse now, really, because of how high my light is, how high my vibration is. I understand that completely. And so some people who watch my channel are going to be triggered by me. All I can say is don't watch the channel. If I trigger you, then you're not ready to just swipe on by and watch another channel. It doesn't mean no difference to me. I'm not on here for views. I'm not on here for how many followers I can gain. I'm here because I'm guided to be here on my spiritual awakened path. I'm here because I've done the work. I've healed my shadows. That's the only reason I'm here. I don't offer no readings. I don't offer Reiki over this channel. I'm a Reiki practitioner anyway, my daily business. I own a candle business. I own a successful business as it is. This is not a business. This is just spiritually guided. this is my next adventure on my spiritual awakening as an empowered empath. But yeah, empowered empaths, we go through it. There's no two ways about it. Because we speak the truth, and some people aren't ready for the truth. And that's okay too. I don't judge others that aren't ready to face their shadows or their truth, you know, but I do know that my energy does trigger certain people and awaken people to what needs healing in themselves. I've seen it many, many times. It's the path I'm on. But yeah, you know, I'm a mirror. I mirror back to people that there's something, you know, I mirror back to others that need healing in them. You know, just like I got that reflected back at me on my journey, what I needed healing. So I had a mirror held up to me, you know, by my soul connection. And we are mirror, we're mirror souls. So you have this reflected back at you, what wounds and what traumas and what needs healing in you, and vice versa. That's where your triggers come in. You know, you trigger each other. That's the way of the path. That is the path of an empathic, empowered empathic. I completely get that. I've triggered many, many people. I will continue triggering many, many people. I've not got bad burn in my body. I'm all about good. I'm all about light. I'm all about helping others. And you know, I just think it'd be such a better world if people didn't judge others. And yeah, you know, just not. You don't need to judge others. You don't know what that person's going through. I would never ever judge another person. I'm not saying I haven't, because I probably have, without, you know, thinking I'm judging them. We all do it. But yeah, you don't know what that person's gone through. Nobody knows my spiritual awakening journey apart from me. What I go through still. What I've been through to get to this point of the empowered empath. Nobody knows. So nobody has that right to judge, you know. And like I say, if you don't like my channel, then you don't have to watch it. I'm not going to judge you for not watching my channel, because I'm not on here for any other reason apart from if I can help some people out there. That's what I want to do, because I know how hard this path is. When you've walked the path, you can truly then shine that light you've found inside yourself through walking through your shadows for others. You know, you can truly be of service then to help others. But yeah, you know, any comments and not nice comments and things like that don't bother me. That's fine. I understand I trigger some people. That's fine also, but I'll just delete them and that's it. On with my day. Doesn't bother me. It's like water off a duck's back. But any lovely comments, thank you. It's so much appreciated, because I do know then that this channel's doing exactly what I set out to do. And that's to help and guide others on their spiritual awakening path. What I'm meant to understand, you know. I was meant to go through my awakening to help others. When you go through something this big and something this deep in yourself, you know that it's heading to a place where you're going to eventually help others. You know, it's that bigger calling. It's not a job. It's that calling. You know, you are this lady here, empowered empath, Queen of Swords. She'll speak a truth. She won't speak it with harsh words. She won't hurt you. She won't, you know, use a sword. She doesn't need to. Look at her. She just stands in all her power. She's empowered. She's done the work. She's been on this journey a long time. She knows what she's on about. She's walked through her dark places. She's healed those dark places, you know, to shine her light for others. That's the Queen of Swords, you know. She's she's very much an empowered empath. Very powerful lady. She knows she holds light inside her. she knows she holds a lot of power inside her. She knows she will trigger some people. She knows that. But she also knows this journey, you know, is for her. She's not afraid to be on this journey or stay on it because of others' opinions, because of others' judgments. She's not afraid because she's rose that high, vibrations that high, doesn't affect her, you know. So yeah, Queen of Swords. You could say I'm that. I will speak my truth, but it's not to hurt anybody. It's just to help people. That's the ultimate goal of an empowered empath. It's the path of, you know. And we get so much slung at us, so much judgment, so much, yeah, judgment is the word, I suppose. We get so much slung at us just for trying to help others, but we still stay on it. Now that's not because we love getting things slung at us and punishment and things like that. It's not. We just know that we trigger people. We are meant to, you know. We just know who we are. And I'm going to show you this card. And that card tends to be on. Okay. Right, so this card was sliding off the top. No, I don't do things by I know things are, you know, random. Spirit's getting a message to me. So yeah, this is the card that came out yesterday's reading. And it might have triggered some people, you know, with the 10 swords and things like that. And the wedding, you know, the 10 swords in your back. That doesn't mean 10 swords in your back literally. That just means the burdens that you carry, you know. On a spiritual awakening path, you carry a lot of burdens. And they do feel like swords, you know, feel like heavy swords, burdens. And I could talk about this card because I've been there, done it. I wouldn't talk about anything I haven't experienced. That's not me. I just wouldn't do that. I couldn't have spoke about this 7 years ago. I didn't know. I didn't have a clue about tarot. You know, I didn't. It was not in my, wasn't in my life those years ago. But yeah, my path sent me on finding things to help me on my path, you know, guiding me and spirit and things like that. It sent me on this path. But yeah, these swords, they just mean your burdens, you know, just things you need to heal in you. That's what that card means, you know. 10 of Cups. Let's have a look at the 10 of Cups because that came out. You see that rainbow coming out of that cup? That's a full cup. This is an empowered empath. She looks like she's about to start dancing, if not, you know. She's, yeah, I'm being drawn to the nest on her head as well. I'm going to read from the book on this card because there's a deeper meaning to that card. But cups, are you filling your own cups? Spirit's saying, you know, are you completely feeling balanced in on your own journey? You know that she's got 10 cups. 10. That's a lot of cups. And they're all in a row. She's got them all lined up, you know. And you're balanced. And you're finally balanced on your spiritual awakening journey. You know, have you got to this point of the empowered empath? Yeah, you've balanced yourself out, you know. And there's that moon behind her still, and the moon does things unknown, and you know. But this path is a lot of unknown stuff on it. But you know, you unravel it. The more you get on your path, the more unraveling. You know, you get to know the meaning of why you can't see things as well. You know, sometimes you don't see things because Spirit wants you to heal them things, you know, and then when you've done that work, that's when you'll be shown what you've done, you know. And so yeah, it's path of the unknown without a doubt. But air cups are all in a row. She's got those rainbow colours coming out of her cups. Rainbows, you know, to me they symbolise new beginnings and light, and yeah, just rainbows beautiful, aren't they? Full of different colours. She's got a full spectrum going on. So to me that says she's pretty balanced, this lady. Very balanced. She's on the earth as well, so she's very grounded. You know, although she looks quite well, she's got her angel wings and she's spiritual, but she's very grounded too, and being drawn to the ground. But yeah, let's just read a bit out of the book and let's see what it is. So yeah, she's overflowing is what it says. She's satisfied with a family, a friend. She's in harmony. She's in abundance, and she's emotionally balanced as well. You know, she's very sure of herself. You know, her eyes are closed, and she's, yeah, you know, she's very sure of who she is. And yeah, she's content. You know, she's very content. And yeah, she's just full of bliss, isn't she? She's mature and she's very grounded. Like I said, yes, definitely grounded. She's very stable in herself. But she's also the Ten of Cups. She can draw people to her. You know, empathic people do. I've just had calls this morning of recent Reiki customers I've just done. In my daily business, not online, because I don't offer it online. But I've just had more calls about, you know, more customers and that, and the same customer wanting more treatments off me and to continue with the healing, because she's very drawn to my energy. She thinks I've got lovely energy, you know, very light, all light energy. She says, she's like, you know, she's spiritualist herself, so she senses things like that. You know, she can pick up my energy, and yeah, she's you know, she's on the path of self, you know, so she's drawn to my energy. Yeah, these ladies on these cards, they've done the work, you know, they've healed all of that. They've healed that heavy burden that was weighing them down, whether that's in the personal, business, love life. They've healed all that, and they are. Then this is here now. This is coming. The world. How beautiful is this card? I don't know if my camera's picking it up. So yeah, the world. After you've done all this healing and you've become that empowered empath, things start changing. The world does open up things for you, the opportunities. You know, things, you do start attracting things towards you. Your world certainly changes. You know, it's never the same after a spiritual awakening. You're a changed person at this point. The empowered empath is very, very much changed at this point. But I'll just read a bit out of the book for you about the world. Let's have a look. And There you go, yeah, your ascension. You've had an epiphany, which is what I was saying. Your world changes, you know, you're never the same again. That's that epiphany. You're fully bodied in who you are, what your spiritual path is, who you are on your spiritual path. Yeah, and you're also very transparent to those people around you. That was one of my things of coming online today, because I'm not going to hide anymore. I'm not going to hide my light anymore to make others feel better about themselves. That's not me judging anybody. That's just me feeling empowered enough to come online and to share, you know, my light with others and my energy with others. But yeah, this journey, you know, this journey that I've been on, it's a long journey, and when you get the world, it's they're saying it's a closure, but it's a closure of, you know, all this thing, all the certs that you've had to heal, you know, your burdens. And I state that quite clearly, your burdens, because it's nobody else's burdens, it's yours. And it's what you need to heal in yourself. And only you know your journey of what you've healed in and what you need healing and, you know, your shadows and stuff. But yeah, this is literally the universe, the one song pouring through you. And, you know, you're in tune with the universe as well. So yeah, that's when you start doing things towards you, you know, when you are in tune with the universe and you start understanding the universe and the signs and that it's bringing to us, you know. I'll just split the deck, and you know, you found your strength on this journey. You've really found your strength on this path. It doesn't matter what judgment comes your way by others. It doesn't matter, because you know yourself at this point. When you know who you are at this point, and judgment from others don't really don't affect you, to be fair. And that's what I've been doing a lot lately as well. It's just splitting the deck. I don't know if there's a message in that, but the Ace of Pentacles. And this is, you know, you see that hand, and it's quite clearly a lady's hand, and she's holding her own pentacles. You know, she's fully, you know, balancing that pentacle as well. I can see the ground beneath her, so she's very grounded. Although she's spiritual too, she's both. She's physical and spiritual. But she's yeah, she can balance her own pentacles, her own, you know, her own wealth, material wealth. She's stable and grounded. She knows who she is. I'm going to get one more card, and then I might get an angel card to see what the angels have to say today, because I'm all about the light. No negative on this channel. I will just move on by, you know, no negative at all. It's all about the light on this channel. Elle's Messages of Light. I chose that name for, you know, a specific reason. Because I was guided to. Okay, oh, that's why. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, that's fine. I was guided to. And yeah, that's how I get, you know, my guides come through to me, guiding me every step of this path, from my very first day of awakening to probably before my awakening, but I've not been ready to, you know, pick it up at that point. But the more you get on your spiritual awakening path, you do, you do pick it up, you know. So we've got the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is like wands, that's something coming towards you, you know. It's fast. This lady's standing there in between the Two of Wands with, well, what looks like a crystal ball in her hands. But she's looking out into that horizon, you know. She's looking beyond. She's got her angel wings. That's what I love about this deck. It's all about the angels. I don't do anything dark. I've been judged as well on this path about tarot being dark, and about I've been called witch and all sorts, voodoo, and oh yeah, and I just think it's because I trigger people. Well, I know it's because I trigger people. There's nothing dark in tarot. There's nothing dark on my path. I don't mess with the dark. I don't want to mess with the dark. That's each to their own. But my path's not about that. My channel's called Elle's Messages of Light. I'm all about the light, bringing light to others, shining my light. You know, that's ultimately why I started the channel. If it was going to be dark, I'd called it Elle's Messages of Dark. But I wasn't drawn to that. I never have been. And I never will be. So, you know, again, if I trigger you, then don't watch my channel. Really, it's really simple. And that's not being, you know, that's not anything dark coming off me towards you. Just don't watch the channel if I trigger you. Just find another channel. You know that. It doesn't affect me either way. I'm not on here for zillions of followers or validation of others. I'm not. I didn't start this channel because of that. I started it because I was guided to. So yeah, nothing about the dark on this channel. And yeah, this path, it's not, you know, it's not about the dark. So this woman, this lady, this divine feminine with a red cloak on, you know, she's setting out into a new direction. She's looking out. Again, you can't see where she's looking to, you know. There's no yeah, she doesn't know where she's heading to. She just knows that this is a new direction for her. You know, like I said, on this path, things are not always clear to us, you know, straight away. You have to take that leap. And yeah, you've got to be brave enough and have the courage to take that leap and go where, you know, you've not gone before. And that is a true empowered empath, who's willing to take that leap. You know, to places that she's never been before, you know, to yeah, to just to not be scared of the unknown is what I'm saying. You know, sometimes in life we have to take a direction, but we don't know what the outcome's going to be. It's, you know, but that's the adventure. And this, again, going back to adventure, starting this channel for me, it's my new adventure. Never done it before, never done anything like this before. And, you know, yeah, to me it's a new beautiful adventure, and if it helps people, I'm all for that. Because, you know, it takes time out of my day as well. I'm a busy person, I've got a family, I've got a business to run, so yeah, but I do this because I'm guarded too, purely guarded. That's all best as I can say. You know, on this path we are. I'm also protected, so any negative that comes my way, it'll just rebound right back to that person that's sending it. You know, so that's just my protection that I have from my angels around me. I don't want anything negative affecting me. You know, so. But yeah, hopefully I don't get anything negative coming towards me, because then this channel really is not doing what I set out to do. But I'm pretty sure it's just because I trigger people. I know it's because I trigger people. So yeah, let's see what the angels have to say today. Let's get an angel card. See the humour came out. It's levity, perspective, wisdom and playful. Now yeah, you know, this spiritual awakening path, you do need humour on it. You know, you do need to laugh. You need to laugh at yourself sometimes. I mean, many times have I laughed at my path of what's gone on, because you can't make this stuff up. So, and many times, you know, I've said something's going to happen. It's happened. Yeah, that's just my spiritual gifts I hold inside. You know, I'm a seer. I see prior to things. You know, but that's my gifts. Everybody's individual. They have their own gifts. But yeah, you do need humour on this path. You need to. The spirit gets you laughing sometimes as well. Yeah, because some spirit has humour, is what they're saying. They do have a sense of humour. And yeah, sometimes you think, really? Like, why would you do that, spirit? You know, but they do have a sense of humour. You know, it's not all serious stuff, this awakening. There's certainly some funny stuff along the way that can come up. Let's just say that. But yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to come on and show my face, and yeah, just I know that my energy can trigger people. Oh, excuse me, still getting over flu. But yeah, it's part of the path of the empath, I suppose. It's part of being an empath. We take the good with the bad, and well, as you rise and, you know, your vibration gets higher and higher, the bad doesn't affect you anyhow. And that's just the way it is when you're an empowered empath, you know, it just doesn't affect you. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I hope it helps somebody out there. I shall speak to you all soon.